episode has not come on Friday, but it's coming on Saturday because, as you can hear from my very deep baritone, I was actually auditioning for the opera. So it took me a while to.
Somebody, I'm not gonna name names, managed to get himself a good dose of COVID.
Oh my God, good dose, matlab. And dude, I'll tell you the worst part about me getting COVID now. I joined a full work from home job, which is also going to be work from home if the world opens up, like 2 weeks ago. Okay, and I managed, and I was working in a full-fledged production job where I was meeting new people. कुछ नहीं हुआ. 2 हफ्ता मेरे को घर पे बैठने का था. My dad tested positive. He came home and like a good kid, I was doing his seva, dude. So anyway,
Ramanujan, what is the topic of the day?
The topic of the day is India's God obsession.
And I think the topmost thing that actually Ramanujan and I started talking about to start with was why are Indians obsessed with Maggi?
Oh man.
Like, what is this fucking obsession with that 2-minute noodles?
देखो, मेरे पास theory है इसका भी. Indians learn how to love by looking at Bollywood movies.
Okay.
In Bollywood movies, प्यार obsession होता है. तो हम जो भी चीज को प्यार करते हैं, जैसे मैगी, हम उस पर obsess करने लग जाते. बात खत्म.
So you are saying this is an inception
Yes.
obsession, like there's
100%.
an obsession inside of this obsession.
Correct. It is there because I know everyone. Okay, and if you think you're not one of these persons, you're lying. जब मैगी बैन हुआ था, उसमें जब लेड मिला था, साला अपन ढूंढ के होड़ किया मैगी सब लोगों ने. 100%.
You know how the Americans hoarded toilet paper when this COVID thing started? The same dealio, but with Maggi. Dude, everybody was like, give me some of that good lead. I want to eat all of it.
And dude, nobody gave a fuck that there was lead in that. Like they are like, भाड़ में तो है तो क्या हुआ? बुराइयां किसमें नहीं होती?
अभी तक तो कुछ नहीं हुआ. रोज
बुराइयां किसमें नहीं होती? इतना
कुरकुरे में प्लास्टिक होता है, किसी को फर्क पड़ा?
हाँ. And बाप रे, we'll get there. We'll get to kurkure and
no, but honestly, I feel like I also have a theory about this Maggi thing. I think most, if everybody is aware, like, everybody has like some sort of memory associated with Maggi. And for sure. Maggi was smart enough as a brand to also capitalize on that. Like,
no, but
all its advertisements and everything always was centered around like people making Maggi for like for example, you've always heard like some or the other crazy story about how people made Maggi in their hostel rooms or something. Using iron and these kind of stories.
Iron nahi re.
Iron like iron
के साथ कौन है बंदा? कौन सा engineering college है ये?
So sure it's an engineering college.
100%.
I think somewhere in Pune only some
देखा engineering college home ground.
Some hostel had caught fire or something because of but something like this had happened. It's an actual thing. But I think most of this obsession with Maggi is about the obsession with nostalgia. Like, this thing has been around for me since I was a child, for a lot of people. And this nostalgia is what is keeping people going. Like,
like
the moment you feel like you remember something nice, you're like, the future is also good.
That's also true. Because even Maggi did that, no? When it was coming back from the ban, it said that they had the whole series, na? Meri mom ke haath ki Maggi and Meri first date wali Maggi and all that.
Meri Maggi. See, this is what I mean. Like, full capitalization they did on this.
But that is smart branding. But okay, honestly, honestly, I had Maggi when I had like now when I have COVID also, right? Yesterday I had Maggi. I was supposed to have dinner and then have medicine, but I had like Maggi around the evening. And I was like, bus dude, I can go off to sleep now. I can just have my medicines on this and I can sleep and I'm okay. Like even that much I was like, theek hai, enough hai.
Dude, but
And
you must have heard this thing, that Maggi coats the inside of your intestine.
no, but that's
Or
maida in general. So
Yeah.
that is actually true. Maida in general just sticks to your stomach lining and
Correct.
it fucks it up. But who cares? It's tasty as hell. It doesn't take 2 minutes to cook, chal max 4, but it's damn easy to cook. And
It does.
okay, honestly, I'll tell you what, I've got two Maggie stories. Okay, one is good, one is terrible. Okay, the good is like a collective of things, right? So when after engineering, I went to journalism college, and journalism college के बच्चे लोग के साथ जब मैं बैठ के पीता था, we used to spend our money on alcohol, but have only Maggie for dinner. And have Maggie how? Like make it in that one big ass person. It is one person's job to make that Maggie because he knows the quantity and the burton properly. They make that, people are half drunk, and then you come and you face in the center of the room. There are like some 10, 12 forks in it, and then you just eat. It's great. And the other story that I have that is damn funny, okay, damn funny, is it was I was in the 11th standard and my friends had come over for home for a party. So we had sneaked in alcohol at that time without telling my parents and all that. People got drunk and this guy like,
your folks are gonna watch this, right?
Folks know, yeah, abhi, ho gaya. This I'm talking when I'm 27 almost now. Talking when I was 16, this 10 years ago. So now I drink with them. So obviously, abhi no problem nahi hai. So like मैं जाएगा मैं बनाएगा मैगी, ठीक है, फुल बताने के बंदे ने क्या किया किचन में, and it's still folklore. Okay, this guy right now is working as a professional chef in Australia. Okay, and it's folklore that he's fucked up Maggie in my house. I don't know what all he put, dude. What all he put, like I think he found soya sauce. He put that. He found
He was
tomato ketchup.
experimenting. He was one of those people who puts way too much in the Maggi.
ज़्यादा पानी डाला उसने. Then do you रुक I'm getting there. Do you know मोड़गा पुड़ी, gunpowder जो बोलते हैं, जो इडली चटनी के साथ खाता है हम, वो लाल कलर का, वो डाला उसने. I can only imagine what all he put because I was in the balcony. And then people had like a few bites and then they're like, have you left any packets? And we had got that bada 12 wala pack and he had used all of it. And all of it died that night. But it sat in my fridge because I'm like, I can't do. What can I do with so much of ruined Maggie? Next day, my parents wake up. So they're angry that, people are just lying down here and they're sleeping anywhere. And then everyone got up and then they came back and then they're like, what the hell did you guys do with the Maggie last night? Why is there so much and why hasn't anyone eaten it? So I said, please stop फेंक दो. नहीं खाने वाला कोई. Chance ही नहीं है. But to be fair, he is a good chef. I won't take his name. If I look, he is a genuinely good chef. I don't know what happened to him at that night, but that is the only time. But that is the only time I've seen or witnessed someone fuck up a Maggie.
नहीं यार, I feel like a lot of people, Maggi is easy to fuck up because थोड़ा सा भी ज़्यादा पानी गिरता है ना, then it gets fucked. And I think this is also kind of due to the fact that they don't give extra masala. Like they give exact amount of masala.
But they give that. You can buy that magic masala also.
Now you can. Now you can. For a long time, that was also not there. I too have stopped making Maggi. Because how in every house you have like a designated person who makes the best Maggi. Like correct. That's my brother. So
that brings me to the next obsession of India, which is exactly the same. And designated maker मैं हूँ मेरे घर का. That is chai. Soumya knows this for a fact. Because even in our office, I was a designated chai maker.
Yeah. Also, Ramanujan was always like the most spontaneous chai maker. Like he would get up like immediately and decide to make chai, and obviously everyone will be like, "Ha, mere ko de." Like, because,
Nahin, dude.
okay, I don't trust people who say no to chai. Okay, like there is
Wow.
something wrong with you.
Nice.
Like,
I know.
yeah.
I know.
Like there are many people who don't drink chai, which is fine. Like if you don't drink chai at all, that's different. But if you drink chai and someone asks you if you want chai and you say no,
नहीं वो तो फिर माता रानी तो सीधा देखो माता रानी सीधा पाप चढ़ाती है फिर ठीक है
dude. Yeah.
And dude, I'll tell you what, the only justifiable reason for you not to have chai when someone offers it to you is if you have acidity that is triggered by chai.
Correct. Because
that I
ginger
get.
and all technically does trigger acidity. Like I am in my budhappa now. Yeah, and I get it. Sometimes I get acidity because of chai, and I'm very sad about it. But I still have chai.
हाँ अरे मैं तो एसिडिटी में तो फुल जोश में पीता है बट अदरवाइज there's no reason only for you not to say yes to a good का एक तो कोई बना के दे रहा है यार तुमको चाय
you don't even have to make
हाँ बना भी like just accept
also
it.
Usually the designated chai people are not the people who will make like a horribly light brown chai or a horribly dark chai. It will be the good correct brown chai. Like
my dad who's made tea for eons and tea is genuinely one of his passions. Like he used to क्या बोलते हैं he used to take account of time of a train journey by the amount of chais he had because every second guy who comes saying chai he used to order, he used to just be like हाँ ले लो.
But train ka chai is also a trip. It's actually a different level. Like it's very good.
And हर एक स्टेशन not I wouldn't say हर एक स्टेशन का but हर एक रीजन का चाय का टेस्ट अलग होता है.
Yeah,
definitely because it depends on what milk you use, what chai patti you use, what state of milk it is. If it is freshly boiled, it will taste different. If it is not boiled, it will taste different. Like there's a lot of nuance to chai.
Yeah. And also what you decide to put. Like a lot of places, like in the south, they put a lot of elaichi. Like, you know,
which
it's
is a big
different.
no-no. That is why if you go to the south, have coffee. Don't have chai. I'm a Tamilian telling you this. You go down south, you get the best coffee on earth. Just don't have chai. That's it.
Dude, but another thing I'll tell you is that if you go to anyone's house also, coffee is probably the safer bet. Like there's a good chance that the chai is bad.
Yeah, because I'll tell you why. Because chai banane mein na, like people don't get it, but there are just so many different styles. The amount you let it boil, when you put in the milk.
Again, like how much water you put. Dude,
again, how much water you put is important.
Such a huge part of Maggi and chai both. Yeah. Like how much water you're putting.
100%. And like mera again chai ko leke to I think I've got it from my dad because he's a big chai fanatic. And my mom taught me how to make chai when I was in the 7th standard because she was very unwell. Like she had just took the bed and she's like, dude, I want a cup of chai. I will, shout instructions, just follow. I said, okay, fine, cool, let's do this because there was no one else at home. So, diya chai patti kiya. It took me a few tries, but then I got it. And I got it to a point where now my dad is like, दिन में 2 बार चाय पी डैड 3 बार चाय पीते ठीक है in the morning. He has it sometime in the morning once he's up. Then that's when he makes it. Then 11 o'clock and 4 o'clock. Okay. So 11 o'clock का चाय and 4 o'clock का चाय he says अनुराग ही बनाए और कोई नहीं बनाता. So now that poor man is suffering. He has COVID. He doesn't have his son's chai. It's just he calls me and he's like, bro, Anna, chai chahiye mere ko.
That's also, so sad.
Also, that is why at work, 4:15, 4:30, I used to get up and be like, mere ko chai chahiye. Because my body is used to getting tea at 4:15. It's my body clock telling me, chai ki tarah.
But dude, honestly now, when I thought about this India's obsession thing, I realized that this is very deep. Actually, it's a very deep-rooted topic, and when you think about particular things, like why the fuck is India obsessed with sex? Like,
Oh.
I think
Well, we are 1.3 billion of us. I mean,
ऐसे ही थोड़े हुए कामा सूत्रा भी हमारा ही था.
But like, what is your theory behind that?
So I think it's like, you know how I'll just give you like a example, okay? Like all of us must be having that one friend who was a complete मतलब ऐसे लगता था कि ये निकम्मा है in that sense कि वो सब करता था. He used to smoke, he used to drink, he used to do everything. Like, you know, like all the bad things.
You mean lafanga? निकम्मा is useless.
निकम्मा भी तो है, but still. So all the bad things that you can write down when you were a child, these things are wrong. But if you notice, these things were usually done by the person who had the strictest household. Like वो घर में नहीं करने देते थे ये सब.
As a means to rebel. Yeah.
Yes. And I think that is kind of the same logic why India is obsessed with sex, is because nobody wants to talk about it
openly. Well, you know what, it makes sense, of course, because we are that closed a community when it comes to topics like this. I feel there are some people who like will look forward to it a little bit more, or be like forbidden food.
Yeah, it is forbidden food. And even like everything is a haw thing with sex. Like it's not
of course. But
you know, people like us and our generations after us are more open about it, and like
I feel
talk about it.
I feel a little too much. Maybe it's just because I've become old or whatever, but it's very disconcerting when I hear like
but
13 and 14-year-old. अरे 13-14 थोड़ा ज्यादा है यार.
13-14 को नहीं बोलना चाहिए इसके बारे में. I agree, but then again we are old. So like what I'm saying is कि how much we would talk about it, also someone like our parents would be like, this is too much, and
which is fair in comparison.
Yeah, it's just like an up down. Like I remember one of my friends, like she randomly found out that her boyfriend was bisexual or something, and it led to a lot of problems. Like if he was just bisexual and he just told her whatever and it didn't lead to any problems, it would be different, but he was a confused person. So then it ended up being a bad breakup and everything. So like she ended up telling her mom about it, you know, because many people talk to their parents about these
things.
Yeah. But then at that moment, like she's like, yeah, so he likes boys also or whatever. And then her mom was like, Acha, that kind of sucks, whatever. And then her mom was like, suddenly after this silence, she was like, you guys think about sex so much. She was like, so much? Like this is like the most basic thing. Do you like guys or girls?
No, but that was never given. That opportunity was never given to the generation before us. I mean, there must be so many closeted people still in marriages.
Oh, for sure, and that sucks so hard. Like I can't imagine.
I remember. So same. My cousin, right? She's twins. My niece and nephew, and my mom was asking. How is it like modern parenthood or whatever, and my sister just said a very simple thing. She's like, dude, if maybe tomorrow my daughter comes up and tells me ki I like girls, I have to be okay with it. I mean, that's where the world is going, and it's going to be fine. And my mom was like, एक minute, क्या बोला आपने madam इतने nonchalantly? And she's like, yeah, it is going to be like that, and you have to find a way to be okay with it.
Yeah.
But we never like my generation, we never spoke about it like openly. I don't think we still do. Also, guys and guys don't talk about it unless it's like some conquest, which is just plain stupid.
That the guys love talking about.
Like it's just it is just conquest, and I don't get it. I honestly don't. But to each their own. And but guys will talk about it with girls. In like
I
limits
think,
though.
Yeah, I think there is this like personally, I don't think it's true, because there can be like very judgmental girls also, but usually girls are not judgmental about these things, like not as much as boys could be,
for sure.
which is so weird, because it should not be that.
No, but because it comes down to maturity, right? Like a girl matures with all of this because she deals with it at a much younger age. Like when guys hit puberty, it's nothing. We just get hair in random ass places and we are horny all the time. But for girls, there's like a full process.
There's a process.
Exactly. So they get that sexual maturity much earlier. And I have to talk about these things because I want to know. And it took a while for me, even with my best friend of like some 9-10 years, to get comfortable talking about, oh, you've got your period, and oh, what does this mean and what does that mean and all that, just for general knowledge sake also. But yeah, I feel we are very, this obsession is through everyone, is with everyone, but like I would say with various degrees of like shade. Like people who are elder and obsessed with it will do it privately, and the more younger you come with Instagram reels,
the more shameless you would get about it.
Yeah,
like all these people who randomly comment on girls' reels and stuff, like, or DM people, मेरे को Bob और vagina देखना है,
exactly.
Like that.
Correct. And even in like normal discourse, right? It is becoming a prominent topic, but I feel now we are moving to giving that a little too much more importance.
Okay.
Like the conquest thing has come, but in like a vengeance, where now guys and girls both are like, our social value exists depending on how much we fuck, which is just plain stupid.
No, I'm saying it's becoming like a societal pressure also a little bit. Like, especially you were saying like 13, 14-year-olds are also talking about it, and it's good to talk about it, but you shouldn't be pressured into doing something that you don't want to do.
Yeah, that is also true.
And B, it is like, of course, the spectrum of sexuality. If you are asexual or something, but your life is ruined. Like in a place like India, you would really be judged for something like that. I am sure that things are changing, but it's not going to happen so quickly.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I feel, one, I'm very happy that terms like these are coming out. Like, I had like at least they're having conversations about this, right? What is it being asexual? What does that even mean? What is like a good sex life and what it entails and blah blah blah. So I feel with everything we have gone a little too far in this direction, and we just need to find like the balance. करो बातें अच्छे से करो, कोई problem नहीं है, but thoda these are still sensitive issues. You're still putting yourself out there.
What Ramanujan do you think we are obsessed with? Oh my god, we are really obsessed with fucking TV soaps. Why are we obsessed with TV soaps? I love that this is taken like a wild tangent turn
I know,
around,
my god, but you know what? It makes sense that we talk about TV soaps right after talking about sex, because now that, like, what the fuck is a Nagin? Nagin is selling sexuality. Ichhadari Nagin is supposed to be the most sexy mythical creature who, what do you say?
To ever have existed in people's imaginations.
But वो लोगों को अपने वश में करती है with her sexiness and all that. Dude, that
seductive Nagin.
The poster of Nagin is 3 half-naked ladies. Why? Like, put a cobra on there.
The snake is not sexy enough, unfortunately. Didn't make the cut. The model was only sent back. ये snake नहीं चलेगा.
नहीं, ये snake का bikini नहीं पहना snake ने. क्या कैसा snake है? No, but obsession with TV shows, I feel is just a matter of routine. Okay, because I have never seen my parents being very into TV shows. In the sense like daily soaps, right? They should not like daily soaps. I feel the only thing that we watch daily soap as a family, daily soap is Sanjeevni. Munish Bhel ka aata tha. Correct. And Bap show that was.
That hospital, yeah.
Correct. So after that though, now both my parents are retired and they sit at home and they have like basically nothing to do except for look at their phones. So they're like, we are there, let's just watch some shows. And उन लोगों ने shows चाट लिए अभी, like चाट लिए, like there was, they found some old ass Tamil sitcoms and they finished it. They're watching a Marathi series and they are on some episode 162 and all of that.
Bus life set.
And so I feel TV shows start at a bottom for everyone, and then they just become a part of the routine. Like now for my parents, I have my dinner, I whatever, and I get into bed by like 10:15, 10:30. And my parents are 10:30 ko they will put that series and they'll sit and they watch. So for them now it's routine. उसमें and वो बताएं बोलेंगे देखते देखते चाहे क्या कचरा स्टोरी चल रहा है, क्या फालतू में खींच रहा है, बट फिर भी नेक्स्ट डे तो बैठ के देखेंगे ही वो लोग.
फिर भी they will watch it. Yeah, I get it. No, I mean I understand this routine thing because I feel like it's just something that you want to also shut your brain off at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's very perfect for something like that. But at the same time, like I've also seen people get obsessed with it in such a way that, you know, those actors and actresses become a big deal. Then like for example, apna Kyuki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi, for example, like it was just such kuch bhi hota tha us show mein bhai. After the whole point of why it started ended.
Yeah, that
any bullshit was happening in that show, but everybody like lick that show up, like they used to just eat it up.
Because at that point it becomes a part of your identity also though. Like it becomes another topic for you to talk about constantly. Like you friends and you discuss a plot. Yeah, because I'm not shitting on daily soaps because we do the absolute same thing. Because when Game of Thrones happens, we go and we sit with our friends. Yeah. Like it's the same phenomenon. So I don't feel it's like an India thing. I feel it's a world thing. The only problem is India में थोड़ा जो level of content है वो stupid है. Because they have to keep up.
Stupid, dude, you know what? I think people shit on India a lot for this. Like there are so many stupid American shows and there are so many stupid like other country shows which are the same. They run on the same formula, the
Daily
same
soaps.
funda. Yeah, like super drama and like triple takes and all same shit. It's not like only India has protected that stuff.
You know the theory though, right? Of why Kyuki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi and Kahani Kar Kar Ki did damn like well. So at that point, joint families are very prominent in India, right? So the characters or the people watching the characters used to try and find themselves in a few characters
as
with
one of the first people in that house.
Like how you put yourself in a book as the protagonist in अरे हाँ मैं भी यही करता types कि this is exactly how my life is going, and that's how that prolonged and why it resonated with people so much. If you put a Kyuki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi now, it doesn't work. Like that is why all these ये रिश्ता क्या कहलाता है and all that, they did well पहले, but now they are not. And that is why the creators I feel were like चलो कुछ तो full wacko ही करते हैं, कोई relate नहीं कर रहा, ऐसा content
it just went out of it. It became a crime drama and all because that was running at the time. But what do you think though about, like, since this we've already brought it up, but what do you think about this obsession that people have with celebrities? Because I feel like that is an Indian thing for sure.
Celebrity worship.
Yeah, because I have not seen it abroad. Like I have not seen it in America, so it doesn't exist. Celebrities are just walking around. They don't get hounded by 1,000 people. They do get approached by people. I'm not saying they don't, but that's because they are. But it's not like मैं मन्नत के बाहर पूजा करूँगा. Like ऐसे तो नहीं है कुछ. रजनीकांत का टेम्पल बनाऊँगा. Like
उनका तो बनना चाहिए भाई. Come on.
हंसिका मोटवानी का टेम्पल बन चुका है यार. मतलब
क्या बात कर रही है?
Yeah, हंसिका मोटवानी. No, in fact, they had approached her कि हम टेम्पल बनाएंगे, and she said no. She said, please don't do this shit.
Thank God. Thank God. हर किसी का मोटा नहीं थोड़ा. The respect थोड़ा मैडम आपको. But
because
dude,
she's a big deal in the south, na, because she's
yeah,
done
yeah.
so
Oh,
many shows.
huge deal in the South. Dude,
तो
but
उसको actually approach किया गया था for this.
um, I don't get it. I don't know how to explain it, but I also fall in this gambit. Like, रजनीकांत का मूवी रहेगा तो I'll definitely watch. धनुष का मूवी रहेगा
No,
तो I'll
that's
definitely.
different. See, that's different. You
No.
are going because you like this actor or whatever you like watching their stuff. It's not like you're going to visit his mandir and pay your darshan, do darshan
I
and
might
all
do.
that.
I might. I might. I'm not putting that beyond me also. But I genuinely might. Okay. Like it
Like
I think
unironically.
100%. I will not do it as a joke. I will only do it as a joke for Bobby Deol. Like if there's a Bobby Deol mandir like that for them, then I'll go for the meme value.
I feel like if a Bobby Deol mandir existed, I would not do it ironically. Like I would go there unironically because I feel bad.
Okay, you know what? It's like supporting a football club.
It's not like that though.
No, I'll tell you why. Okay, so for most people, for people who don't know, like basically football clubs also have certain values and they stand for certain things, right? You tend to follow a football club because one offers like the style of football they play and the values they stand for, right? Now, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, all of these people stand for something, right?
Okay.
They have a certain image, they stand for something, and people
like
want to
emulate act like that.
Correct, and they want to emulate that in their lives. It's like my theory is that's how I can
No, I understand this. You're probably right, but I also think that people don't think this much about this.
Maybe not. Like,
because
see,
I don't know how you would explain Salman Khan's popularity. Like, it's just like
paisa. Simple.
Dude, but like गांव में बच्चों को पसंद है यार सलमान खान.
पैसा bro,
like वो
reach है.
It's insane. And what I don't like about the celebrity culture is that they just can political parties just pick these people up and put them in the Rajya Sabha. This is what I don't like about celebrity culture in India.
Got it.
That
yeah.
if you are famous enough, then you can be a politician. That's not how politics should work.
Go tell that to the state of Tamil Nadu.
Blank, that's not how politics should work. Like, why is Sachin in the Rajya Sabha? No fucking idea.
Dude, Sachin in Rajya Sabha is just so cute. To cute hai. To accept, like, just say no. It's okay. People will be angry at you for a while. Like the politicians will be angry at you for a while.
You do realize this is just playing on the celebrity culture though, because they know that this person is associated with my political party, so people will be attracted to me.
For sure.
It's just that. This obsession for romance for sure comes from Bollywood only, because Bollywood has really thrown it out of proportion. And I think a lot of things are like this. A lot of things. Like an obsession with a lot of things has come from Bollywood.
Like, dude, just take the entire wedding industry now.
100% Bollywood.
I feel that is also obsessiveness only of sort of portraying your story as like the best
and
form.
To portray it so over the top and larger than life. You could have like the simplest love story. You could literally have an arranged marriage, but still you have to portray it like you're having like some deep rooted love story of the century. There is really no need for that. But Bollywood has taught us that this is the only kind of love that exists.
And dude, it has become like it has become to a point where now if you tell your family nahi mere ko pre-wedding shoot nahi karna, you get weird looks. They're like, what, are you serious? You don't want to do it?
But it's so romantic, and you'll have photos for the rest of your life. You can show it to your children and your grandchildren.
Very good.
Can you imagine showing your pre-wedding photo shoot to your grandchildren?
मैंने मेरे माँ बाप का wedding album नहीं देखा है dude. Like मेरे माँ बाप का एक छोटे से मंदिर में शादी हुआ था पुणे के. Like they don't care.
My parents ran away and got married. So there was no way they were going to have like a giant wedding. So
see, that's a much more fun story where I just have the story to rely on. I don't have to see like a fake ass proposal when I know you've been arranged marriage and be like, no, मैंने इसको job देखा
it
तभी
would
मुझे
have been
प्यारा हो गया.
epic. Would have been epic if there was like some sort of cover up like this. Like, say my parents ran away and got married, and then like whoever, some family was like, nay, now we have to have a proper wedding. So pre-wedding photo shoot, proposal story, everything fabricated.
Oh my god. That is still a much more fun story, dude. Like still, I would still be like, that makes sense.
What do you mean? No one would know that this is fake.
Oh my god. But yeah,
including your children and grandchildren, unless you decide to tell them कि भाई ये सब ऐसी टाइम पास के लिए बहुत पैसे थे हमारे.
Dude, मैं तो मेरा अगर जानबूझ के ये हुआ ना तो मैं बच्चों को बोला मेरे तो भाग के शादी हुई है, मेरे पास कुछ एविडेंस नहीं है मेरे को शादी हुई थी.
But I think like cyclical storytelling, this obsession also comes from a nostalgia thing.
Nostalgia?
Everybody just wants a good memory to associate with their past, just so that they think that their future will be good.
तो साले बनाओ ना, मतलब make your like
अरे भाई नहीं है यार, मेरा arranged marriage हो रहा है and I want to remember this as the most romantic thing in the world when it's not. It's literally a samjhota. It's literally a business transaction. Okay, you have this company, I have this company. Let's get married. Like that.
इस दोस्ती को रिश्तेदारी में बदलते थे. See fucking Bollywood everywhere. But dude, I'm like, just accept it. It's fine. I mean, I'm not saying arranged marriage is a bad thing.
लोग ऐसे नहीं सोचते ना. Like, see, the thing is, an arranged marriage could also be a good memory. But I don't think people look at it this way because everybody is not conditioned to look at it this way. Especially in our generation nowadays, like at least I have noticed this bias for myself. That whenever I hear someone having an arranged marriage, I always I approach it differently than I would a love marriage. You know what I mean? कि हम लोग को force किया है क्या ये शादी करने को, you know, like that.
I get it, yeah. It is, but you know what? It's okay to each their own again. I mean, जिसको करना है करे यार.
Here's a tip for everyone who's having an arranged marriage but wants to make it look like a love marriage. Take a lot of photos and pre-date them and put them on your social media. You can't do that on Instagram, but you can do that on Facebook.
Yeah, you can. And just say we were too cool for Insta.
So people will think that you guys were always in a relationship.
My God, we are a bunch of psychopaths. You know that, right? This is sounding like a criminal mastermind की तुमको murder कैसे cover up करना पता है? Photos दो, फिर उसको backdate करके social media पे डालो. This is psychopathic behavior. Just fucking don't do this shit in your life. Don't listen to this woman. चुपचाप अपना जिंदगी जियो जिसको जैसे जीने का है. माँ कसम.
And you know, the best part is I'm giving this advice to people so that they don't get judged by people like me.
Wow, this is some Inception level therapy that's happening, dude. Like Soumya's treating herself by making you do the work.
देख मैं बैठे बैठे क्या करूँ, मैं यही कर सकती.
I want to end with one last obsession. Before saying good night, I want to say good morning. So I feel, please, to all uncles, aunties tuning in, please stop sending elaborate good morning messages, because we all know why you send good morning messages. It's to just tell the world कि बाबा मैं आज जिंदा हूँ. That's it, right? No, that is genuinely my dad told me this. Okay, so I asked him one day.
That kind of got dark very quickly. I didn't know this.
No, but it is like people don't think about it. He said, dude, it's very simple. He says, I get up and I have to tell a few people in my life, I have to send a good morning, just as a beacon to say, today I'm okay and I'm alive and I'm up. And if I don't do that, people will start wondering what happened to this person. And like, that's how they've got to know about their friends also.
That's kind of intense.
Yeah, and
this obsession's kind of dark.
Yeah, it is dark. And like nobody will, we will also not think about it. हम भी इतने गधे बच्चे हैं. Like we will not think about it that way.
Yeah, but then to be fair, like one day we'd just be dead in a corner of our apartment and no one would know for a bit. So like
yeah, maybe our dog, maybe our cat, they will be our beacon of good morning.
I don't send them, but I love collecting them. Okay, I guess even my dogs are saying it's time to wrap up.
Yes, बस हो गया. मेरा भी हो गया energy. My eyes have started from like here and now they're like here. Chalo.
Oh my god. Bye guys. Make sure you subscribe and follow us on Instagram and Facebook and all.
Also comment if you would like a special appearance from Soumya's dogs. They're damn fucking cute. But we will do that only if this episode gets like 100 likes. Let's do that.
Yes.
Means never, but okay, cool. In the meanwhile, like, share, subscribe, share it with your friends. Let us know, comment. What do you think about India's obsessions and what obsessions we should cover? Maybe in a part 2 if we decide to. That's all.